Hey there, Bible buddies. I've got another Bible review for you today, and this one is a personal size, large print, modern English version produced by Passio. So I've showed this one in another review as a size comparison, so I figured we'd go ahead and take a look at it today. Now this one is done in cherry brown, and I'll go ahead and pause here so you guys can get any specifics that you need from the packaging. But it is a very nice color, this cherry brown. I very much like it. And kind of the one thing that really stuck out from this one, other than it being a large print for me, the thing that stuck out was the art gilt, and I'll show it to you here in a second. So let's go ahead and get it out. So here you go, you have the cover. And it's that nice kind of rich brown color. It's not quite a burgundy, it's maybe like a wine, you might call it. It's, I don't know, it's a nice kind of like deep reddish brown, almost maybe a little bit of a hint of purple in there, but it's very nice color, I like it. There is the Holy Bible imprinted there along with the winding vine design and some faux stitching. And then on the back, we have the same winding vine design there, and then we have the ISBN number on the bottom imprinted. On the spine, we have Holy Bible, MEV, Modern English Version, the winding vine again carried over, and then Passio. And now these spines and all of this information, it does not feel pad printed, it feels actually imprinted into the Bible. I know the other thin line that I compared, the other thin line that I reviewed, just felt like pad printed right on top. This one actually feels imprinted in the Bible. So this should last a little bit longer than the other one, as far as, getting rubbed off from, handling the Bible or using the Bible. So go ahead and take a look here. This is just the absolute coolest. I'm sorry, this is just the coolest. I love it when Bible producers make editions like this, when they're not afraid to think outside the box. And they do something like this. I love this beautiful copper color. It's very eye-catching. For me, this would be something like if I were going to do a custom Bible, like a rebind or something like that, I would certainly choose this color because it's just something so unique. I would love to see Bible manufacturers doing something maybe more in this color, or maybe like a blue foil or a red foil, or just something more unique than kind of standard gold. Gold is nice, don't get me wrong, but I would love to see kind of more options like this, a little bit, different than the standard. But you can see the head and tail bands are a burgundy, and then it does have one red ribbon. It's kind of a deep red ribbon, maybe like a scarlet, and it is a double-sided ribbon, a little bit narrower, but not bad. Very nice ribbon, quality ribbon. So we'll go ahead and open it up. Now we do have a paste down here, paper paste down, and it's just kind of a red paper, a little bit thicker cardstock. You can see the corner work there. Again, the synthetic material. Corners always seem to come out really nice, weirdly. Maybe it's just easy to work with. I don't know. I don't bind Bibles, but who's to say? So go ahead and get it open. You have a couple blank cardstocks there. You have your presentation page, your first title page, your second title page, personal size large print printed there, and then you have your copyright page. So go ahead and go slowly through there so you guys can pause it if you want to read it. And this one looks like it is the second printing of 2017, and this was printed in China. The thin line edition that I have was printed in the U.S., but you'll see the quality, overall construction is pretty similar, to be honest. So we have the table of contents here. We have a dedication to Her Majesty Elizabeth II. Then we have a preface to the reader, and you can see kind of the selling feature of this Bible. The print is very large, which is nice because that other one had a slightly kind of small side. I want to say it was like an 8.5 point font. This certainly kind of ups the game from that. So you have the preface to the reader. And you have the committee on the Bible translation. And you have your Old Testament title page and the first book of Moses called Genesis. Now, similar to the other one, this one does have kind of some information here on the book of the Bible that you're about to read. But then, differing from the other one, this one does not have any additional information. There's no references. There are some translator's notes down here, but they're pretty minimal, and there's no references. It is a double column paragraph. You do have the verse numbers here inside the text, and there are the little kind of running headers here, the little synopses, I guess. So we'll flip through. It has page numbers. It has the name of the book up here, and then you have your starting verse and then your ending verse over here. I'll flip through some. Now, I love I love large print Bibles. I am in my late 30s, and my eyes, I've always had 20/20 vision, and I can still read a Pit Minion, don't get me wrong, but there's something about large print Bibles that's just so much easier, so much easier to read. So I do enjoy a nice large print on occasion. We'll go ahead and take a look at the the poetry formatting here, and it is pretty nice. They did make a slight attempt. You do have some single word lines here, but there is a little bit of an attempt there to kind of even out the lines. You can see it a little more here. And I'll give a close-up of the paper here so you can see. Now, sadly, the paper here is, there is a little bit of show-through on this paper, and that could be a combination of the fact that the text is so large, which means that there's more ink on the page. So obviously there's going to be more show-through. It is what it is, I guess. I hate to say it like that, but I wish they would have used a better paper, but there's very few editions of this Bible, so this is about all we can get. And I will say, though, that there is line matching, so that helps out with a little bit of it, and the line matching is done fairly well. Let's go over to the New Testament. We'll take a look, see if it's red letter. Turn back to Matthew. Oop, there we go. We'll stick in Luke. This is enough red letter for us. So this one is a little bit different. It's kind of a darker red here. It's a little bit on the light in terms of like color, not in terms of saturation. I feel like the ink's on there. It's just kind of a lighter color. But there's your red letter. So go ahead and flip to the end now. And thankfully, this one does have the concordance. And the concordance in the thin line was pretty hefty. It was a pretty hefty concordance. Granted, it's a kind of like a basic concordance. There's no definitions or any of that sort of thing. It's just, the word and then the use with the text, the couple words before and after the use of the word. But it is a pretty good size concordance. Pretty chunky concordance there. So I'll go ahead and show you right quick. So like this is the concordance. It's a pretty sizable amount there. Then after the concordance, you have a couple blank sheets. One blank sheet, I should say. What, two maybe? One blank sheet. And you have a few sheets of blank cardstock there for notes or anything like that. And then that's it. That's your end sheet. And that's it. So if you're looking for an MEV and you're looking for something that's a little bit bigger than the thin line, at least as far as like text size is concerned, this would be the one to have, assuming that you're okay with kind of the thickness of the Bible. Let me go ahead and compare it real quick. I did in my last video, but to save you guys from having to click away. So this is the thin line on top, and then this would be the large print. So you can see that, the footprint is the same. They're the same width and the same height. It's just this one is considerably thicker. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the font size right quick. Actually, let me measure it, and then we'll take a look at the font size. So this one comes in at 8 and, what is that? 5, 6, 8 and 6/8. What is that? 8 and 3/8 inches tall by 5 and 5/8 inches wide, and a chunkier. Let's see here, about 1.5 inch thick. So not too shabby, not too huge. There's certainly bigger out there, that's for sure. I'll take a look at the font. And we'll start with the uppercase. We'll try this B here. It's looking pretty good size. Pretty good size. Looks to be about a 12-point capital. And then lowercase. We'll take a look at this M and man. Start with 12. Ooh. Oh. So whatever font they chose here, it's a little deceiving because the uppercase is a little not smaller, but the lowercase letters are pretty tall within that space that they're given. So the lowercase looks to be about a 14-point. So I guess it would be about a 14-point font. It's a very readable font. So large print, if you're looking for one and you're okay with the size and thickness of it, this would be the way to go for your MEV. If you're looking for something a little bit more man portable, I would certainly recommend this thin line, and then I will annotate the thing up here if you want to watch that video. Otherwise, Bible buddies, if you have any questions, comments, concerns for my well-being, they're appreciated, and you can leave them down below. Otherwise, leave a like and subscribe if you can. And I will talk to you later, Bible buddies. Bye.